we all like listened to what's happening. And even though all of us were like, what the fuck just happened? There were a few people that started to like take the lead with that. And then Ashley or Fern just left. And I was like, I would follow Fern. Plus you can't let Fern go. I don't know what she's gonna do, so he's gotta keep it. And so I was just out of it.
So who's up to what?
Hey, Fern.
Yeah.
So, can I ask you a question about your Nana?
Yeah.
I've heard things. Does she do like wishes?
I mean, what do you mean?
Well, I heard somewhere that where entities sometimes found in places like this, they might give you like your wildest.
Something?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, yeah, I mean, you could definitely talk to her. I mean, it's definitely a type of thing. It's more of a deal, I think, than a wish.
Oh.
So, like, you know, you have to give something to her if you're gonna get something back. I think that's how it works.
Okay. Have you known of anybody that's like made a deal with her?
Yeah.
It always turns out like fine, right? The stories that it can go tits up is an exaggeration.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, sometimes it can go bad.
Did you make a deal with her?
No. I mean, I can get anything I want from her.
What's the worst you ever saw happen?
Well, I think like sometimes, like the tree garden, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some of those.
Sometimes people get turned into bushes.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's my assumption that I think.
Oh,
maybe.
Shit. Okay.
But I don't know. I think she just can't. It's not forever. Like they're not gonna
be bushes forever.
Yeah, or you know, it's. I think she just there's.
How long have some of these people been bushes, though?
I don't know. But you know, I make them look a little better than just like a regular.
So you're trimming people?
Do you think they feel it when you cut their branches off?
I have never thought about that.
Oh.
What were you interested in wishing for, Chetney?
Me?
Yeah.
Like, I'd go for my youth.
You want to be young again?
Yeah, I saw Deanna, and I mean, that was a trip. Let me tell you, living hundreds of years and then seeing like an old flame come back, but they haven't changed a bit. I was a little jelly.
Would you still want to keep your age, but just your appearance is youthful?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to give up any of the knowledge and wisdom and, you know, accomplishments I've had. Just change the outside.
You would want to be young again so that you could be with Deanna?
You wouldn't believe what I looked like 200 years ago. Even 100 years ago,
But
boy.
Specifically to be with her?
No.
Oh.
Just to look hot as shit again. I mean, I'm already pretty good, but
like, why though? Like, just to like get with lots of people, or like, what's the?
No, I mean, I haven't come across many people that can actively grant wishes or make deals. I'm not sure about turning into a bush afterwards, but just the idea of it seems pretty fucking appealing.
Oh, I know, but why?
It could be a bit of a stretch. That's just an assumption I've always had.
I mean,
Why
you're
not?
pretty.
Maybe not. Maybe it's not.
You're pretty good looking now. Did you age into things like a fine wine, or
Yeah.
was?
I'm like the lead the chapter of the Silver Foxes. Like I'm the kind of the head priest of the Silver Fox.
What was like 120-year-old Chetney like?
Oh man, well most of my hair was still in. I had a bitchin' mustache. The chest hair was like more accurately cultivated, like curated.
Instead of these like really sporadic patches you got going on.
Yeah,
now.
this is just au naturel. This is like
Yeah.
woodsman, but I used to do like shapes.
What kind
Sometimes
of-
there were arrows.
What kind of mustache? Like a tickler or a handlebar or?
Kind of depended.
Oh,
Yeah.
But what were you like as a teenager? Were you awkward?
wearing diapers.
I feel like you were awkward.
Yeah, kinda. I was kind of a loner. I traveled a lot, even as a teenager. I had lots of toys.
But like, just sorry to keep harping on this.
Yeah.
But like, why though? Like, why do you want to be young again?
If you could have one wish, what would it be?
Oh boy.
You don't have to answer. That was my answer, though. To look young again.
But just to look young again.
Yeah.
But like in order to find the family that you never had the first time around, or to...
I think they're gone.
Did you have a family?
Sure. Big family.
Like children and...
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
what I'm talking about.
no,
Like
no.
finding the love of your life.
I mean, I don't think so. Fuck, don't make me go down that road. I hope not. I mean, I don't think so.
You never had any interest in having a family, settling down,
Not really.
having a place to call your own?
No. I hadn't really thought about it. It seems like an awful lot of work. Upkeep?
So you just want to wander?
No, I just like to be inspired. Plus, like, toys is an ever-evolving trade. An art form, really. Second you get stale, you gotta go to a new city. There's new things to see, things to spark off of. Ways to elevate your game.
Ollie was a prisoner of theirs. And myself, I was once enthralled by the wiles of one among their court.
Wait, what does that mean?
This particular gentleman of whom I was romantically entangled with promised much and delighted in my darker impulses. I was whisked away into the arms of this dark lover who'd danced with me atop a gloomed marble precipice. He waxed poetic about taking the moon from the moon weaver herself for me. I mean, he was as beautiful as he was terrifying.
Wow.
And for me, at that time, it's what I thought I wanted.
Sure.
I'm different now. I've learned from my wanderings, and I know that happiness did not lie down that path for me. But in this time, I was in a very odd place, Fern.
Okay.
I do not like who I was then.
Huh?
Well, it was here that I met your father, Ollie. He was being held captive for his double dealings with the court. And at first I delighted in teasing him while he was being held in the underbrush prison. Something about his strength of heart and his honest eyes, well, they just kind of slowly began to take hold of me over time.
Mm-hmm.
His kindness in the face of veiled malice around me began to kind of shake me free of whatever spell kept me there for so long, and but not before I was already with child.
Oh.
With you.
Oh.
My unseelie suitor and sire of my child whispered of the import of our union. That when it was time, and when it was time, he brought me to a hilltop in Exandria to give birth to you under the red light of the moon Ruidus. Just as he had planned and we had discussed.
So, you were with child with Ollie, or I'm not under. What?
Ollie is your father, but in the sense that he chose to raise you as your father.
Well, neither of you really chose to raise me because you weren't around. But that's okay. That's okay. So, all right. So I have another dad.
You have someone who helped give you life, yes. I don't know if I'd call him a father.
Okay. How do I... Who?
The one who sired you, his name is Atheon. Atheon Zathuda. The sorrow lord of the unseelie cord.
Say that one more time.
You became something even greater than we ever could be. I'm so sorry for your... I'm so sorry for not being around. It doesn't mean much, I know, but we both love you so much, and everything we did was because we loved you, and it hurt. It hurt to leave you, but we knew you weren't safe with us. And we would rather give it all up again to see you safe. Like Maury said, perhaps this was the right path, and we are far from perfect. We've messed up in many, many ways, I'm sure, but we did the best we could. Circumstances what they are, and if anything, we're just proud to see who you've become. Someone who stands above others, who wish to use them, and carves your own way. Don't even let Nana Maury's talk affect your fate at all. I can see that darkness that your sire left in you, but you wear it well and you make it your own.
It's okay. I understand why you both had to do what you had to do. And honestly, I loved growing up here. And I love Nana Maury. I mean, she's a little wild. Like, yeah, she's super weird, but I love her a lot.
Me too.
And I feel like you put me in a really good place.
I think the difference is you got a better heart in that chest of yours.
Well, we'll see.
No, you do. The fact that you're here says that you do. The fact that these people gathered around you says that you do. The fact that you're doing everything you can to do the right thing to protect and help people. That's more than any of us could have done. Far more than the Sorrow Lord would have ever even attempted.
Thanks.
Conversation. Interesting.
I believe Ludinus destroyed a great many powerful Fey beings with that.
Hungry goes the bastards of time.
Poetry. I know it well. That's pretty great. This could be a piece of cake.
Yeah, easy peasy.
It is well known that wood is better than metal.
That's not a truth. That's an opinion.
Have you never
Just
had
wait for it.
Your stone arm is covered in leeches.
Oh.
It's about now,
What's the skull?
around the time that you said your statement, you all began to feel the strange stinging around your legs, and you all began to look down and notice that these leeches have begun to
come
now
out.
emerge.
We've just been here for too long. It's not me.
No.
You said that, and now we're getting eaten by leeches.
I said that when we started getting eaten by leeches.
Sometimes I pity some of you because you have beating hearts and opportunities, and you don't do enough with them.
That's like a dig in the core of a truth. That's also an opinion. I don't know about that one. We're like layers to that.
We're still in the game, right? I know. It's just, Chetney, you have so much so much love to give, and it doesn't seem like you're interested in anything other than wood. There's people out there who you can love and experiences you could share with someone else, but all you care about is wood.
You watch as more of the ruins begin to emerge, and like stone platforms begin to kind of sprout out from parts of the ruin, almost like getting close to like connecting to the others. Like parts of this ruin are almost half forming.
I feel like we are very ill-equipped for this job, and we're gonna fail at saving the world.
Oh.
Honestly, that's probably true.
I'm
kind of there with you.
Yeah.
A large cluster of vines begins to grow and sprout from the side of the stone wall above where your spike jutted out, continuing the climb, but it's like a network of vines that kind of curl up along the rock, offering a place where you could begin to climb higher.
All right. While wood may be the superior material to metal, I do fear that with the dwindling interest in it, that children will find my toys and thereby myself obsolete with every year that I grow older.
You watch as some of the structures that had emerged begin to shake and crumble, and the ruins that had pushed out of the muck.
All right, not there.
Do you want me to give you a boost up into these vines?
Oh, sure.
You can all say I'm not obsolete. You don't just
You're not
listen.
obsolete, Chet. Look at you. You're.
Well, you have a lot to offer, but maybe other than toys, maybe yourself is the thing that you could offer the world.
Or you know something honest about yourself, for fuck's sake!
Chetney?
Is that on our side, the vines?
That's on your side, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Chetney, you look like you had something to say.
Ah! I try to climb.
All right, athletics check for those who are climbing on the opposite side of the chasm.
He's climbing away from his problems.
Fuck, 14.
He can't do it.
In towards, so you've cut the remaining climb by about half.
Nice.
That's great. That's great.
Is she over at us yet?
Yes, you've all kind of gathered now, and you're all kind of like patchwork spider grabbing onto the side of this massive, weird serpentine spine and rib cage.
All right. I grew up in the Bramblewood outside of Western, and when I was a kid, I came back from learning how to make toys and found that my whole family had left. All they left behind were toys, and they ran whenever on the Rhyme Lord was running across the plains. So I'm kind of afraid of dragons, and I had 5 siblings: Alabaster, Pepper, Sugar Plum, Hermie, and Chad. And I was so mad that they left, I never looked for any of them. And now I'm pretty sure they're dead. And so I think that any family I have is just gonna look for a reason to leave me. That's why I don't get attached to anybody.
The rain slowly subsides as fast as it arrived. And as the storm begins to pull away and the faint bit of twilight begins to crack through what was once the dense, heavy clouds above, you hear this gentle sound.
What's next?
Oh, boy.
I'm already so
Oh, it was-
tired, and we have 2 more.
Communication was what we said next.
Trust.
Yeah.
Communication.
I'm gonna go over to Chet.
Okay?
I'm gonna give him a hug.
I will too.
Didn't know
Look.
you had that kind of vulnerability in you, Chet.
I don't.
Okay. We're not going anywhere.
Do you like us?
Is this still part of the test?
Maybe.
Yes.
Do you like Fern more than the rest of us?
No.
Leeches!
Sandworm.
What were your brothers and sisters' names?
Alabaster, Pepper, Sugar Plum, Hermie, and Chad.
And Chad. Chet and Chad.
Hermie, Chad. Who's the second one?
Alabaster.
Pepper.
Pepper.
Plum.
Sugar plum.
That's one I forgot.
Hermie and Chad.
What wonderful names.
I guess.
Do you have a favorite?
No.
Were you the youngest of them or the oldest? Youngest.
That's so sad, Chad.
They might still. So one of them might still be around.
Yeah.
If you want vengeance, just let me know.
Later. 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 Yeah, late.
It's one of my specialties.
It's good to know.
But nevertheless.
He put something in a bag of holding.
Wait, this is the Matrix world, so.
He really inserted it into his anus.
Oh!
His doppelganger.
Those three prongs are
Which is
I am gonna hold an action.
What are you holding?
I'm gonna cast hold person. I'm
For what trigger?
holding,
Who?
Does she have
Chet.
to say?
You're holding me?
I'm not gonna do it.
You're gonna hold it. Okay.
If Chet does something,
That you don't approve of,
Like
Yes.
you're going to
putting the
release
stick
it.
in the
You
In
got
the
it.
Yes.
hole, you're gonna try to
Okay.
attack
That you
him?
don't approve
All right.
of.
that I don't
finishes-
approve of.
All right, that
That
finishes
can
your
go
go.
either way.
All right.
And the rest of you watch as Fearne has now lifted 20 feet in the air. Her arms curl in like she's embracing herself. And in that moment, the light becomes a bright white, and she leashes her hands out as flames emit from all sides. The top of the garden just gets singed across in like a 50-foot radius. All the rest of you take 11 points of fire damage in the proximity of this space. All the creatures immediately scatter back off to the sides. You watch as Allura puts up a barricade around a magical energy barricade that prevents it from burning all the critters and creatures that were watching. And in that moment, Fearne, the light begins to subside. The flames begin to die down, and you slowly lower back into your space. But as you all stand there, you can see Fearne just gently lifting off the ground a couple of inches. Her hair still curling flames, her eyes just a bright orangish yellow color with little flicks of flame licking out of it. Her horns still this like curved, smoldering, kind of red-veined rock-like formation. The harness itself is the only like dark part across her chest as she seems to emit light around her. You can see as like the flames flick up her upper arm and the fire that licks off of her fingers curls into a black flame at the tip.
Just get frying pan.
Congratulations!
Thanks. You
You did great.
did great too. You fought past it, and you fought your demons.
Don't worry about me. I'm just proud of you.
Thank you.
It's been a while since we've seen Sam Rage.
Yeah.
I forgot how to do a lot of that. Thank you for hurting me.
Fearne.
Make that a last time, huh?
Sorry I said stuff to you guys.
No, you didn't mean it.
I didn't
Maybe
hear
I did.
anything
I don't
anyway.
know.
You're literally on fire. Does that mean that we can't, like, come near you at all?
I hope not.
Can you control this?
Am I still on fire?
I'll walk up, like, and just try and touch her, like, knee.
Do you want him to be hurt?
I know what that smile says, but
That was crazy.
How
Say
do
yes.
you mean?
Say yes.
Meaning, do you want to allow him to touch your knee?
Yes.
Yeah. You touch her knee, and it's as hot to the touch as like a mug that has very hot liquid in it. It doesn't hurt you, but it's definitely hot.
Oh.
But it doesn't damage you.
Wow. What do I feel like?
Is it
Holy
actual
fuego.
fire?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up and just
Caliente.
hold my cigarette to it. Does it
it's
light?
not.
I just pull a little fire out of my finger.
It ignites it when she touches it.
Yeah, I need this.
Oh my god.
That was crazy
Take,
back
take
there.
your cigarette.
So yeah. So you. Oh my god.
Is anybody making a wish before we leave?
Making a wish?
Yeah, with
You mean
Nana
requesting
Mori.
a favor from Nana Mori?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do that?
I mean, I was thinking about it.
What are you gonna wish for?
There's so many things that are not wrong with me. It's hard to decide.
To look young again or to be young again? Did
Probably
you say
that one, yeah.
Well, yeah, but then we also learned all about your family and stuff. That you seem pretty convinced that they're not out there. But what if they are?
I don't know.
You're just not into them?
Yeah, kind of. It's been so long, a couple 100 years.
Also, they left him. That's not what family does.
I think they just were trying to cover their asses. A big red dragon running across the countryside is pretty terrifying. But it was secrets. So I decided to share.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're thinking about it if it's in there.
I had to dig deep.
I think he's telling the truth. That one.
I don't think so.
But what if I could be young again? I have a whole head of hair, a different nose.
Did you have a different nose when you were younger?
Yeah, I've broken this one a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. Can't you tell?
I mean, well, now that you point it out, yeah.
You've broken it or others have broken it?
Ah, that's the question. I don't know. I just kind of want to know. I mean, Fern, you've seen your Nana.
She gone?
She's not there.
Fern's down with...
Shit! Fern.
Dummy. What if you're not too specific and she makes you a baby and then we have to take care of a baby?
I thought you were trying to talk me out of this.
Nah.
I was wondering if, do people ask to return to their youth?
Oh, yet another not very uncommon request, yes. Oh, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying it's been considered and granted before.
Interesting.
You wash from dream to dream. You had to come in here with one singular burning hope. One fire that burgeons and forces itself to burn, leaping from your chest, from your bones, to consume you. What is your passion?
Toys. I want to be the most famous toy maker the world has ever known.
Now that just requires a little bend of fate, doesn't it?
And as she extends her hand, you see like this weird golden thread that kind of now draws from your chest. It seems like it drifts into the shadow in both ways. Not towards her. It just kind of pulls from one end of the darkness to the other. And you watch her kind of reach her finger forward and tug on it. As it does, you feel this cold sensation rush through your body.
And what will you give me?
Oh. That room we were in before looks like you have a lot of stuff. What would you want?
Bring me a piece of what you hunt. Bring me a piece of the God Eater.
That's such a good ask. I'm not even mad about it. A piece of Predathos.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds impossible.
It does. But you all seem to be on the path to doing the impossible, aren't you?
We are.
Well,
we do some simple arithmetic here. It's a deal.
You watch as she puts her hand over the lantern, and the flame, you realize at this point, it wasn't a yellow fire. It was almost like a colorless flame, like you were sitting in a space of monochrome light. And as she runs her hand over the lantern, the kind of whitish fire kind of carries over into her palm, and she extends it towards you. And as she clasps it, her fingers wrap around it and almost clamp back over her hand with how long they are compared to your tiny, gnomish clasp. As it does, you feel this cold flame touch your palm, and that golden thread, the only source of color in the space, seems to twist and tangle a bit. And she withdraws her hand.
Very well. Make me proud, and you'll be notorious.
Notorious. I feel taller already.
Good.
You're supposed to be my friend! My friend, my soulmate, my sister! Get out that way! Hey!
Hey, don't get lost in there. Don't get lost in there.
If we do, just slap us silly.
Yeah.
All right.
Kick us.
Okay.
Don't, you know, get distracted by Blue Eyes over there.
Old Blue.
Old Blue.
Can I use see invisibility to look around the room and see if Imogen's dream has attracted anything that wasn't there before?
That's valid. Placing it on and watching your vision kind of, it's interesting. You just unfogged it, put it on, and when you initiate it, it almost fogs again. But as the fog parts rapidly within, there's a new kind of a gossamer sheen on everything in the room. And as you look about, nothing that seems to catch your attention.
Did you do it?
I can see all of you naked.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
On the inside of your eyelids, we know.
I don't wear clothes.
FCG.
And bustles have all been just a buzz with the new fire spirit in town. Just proud.
Thank you.
But y'all better make sure she gets back okay, or I'll fucking kill each and every one of you.
Okay.
Seems fair.
That's what
Okay,
I'm talking
good.
about.
It's fair. It's fair.
Got it covered.
I figured.
We'll get her back.
Welcoming as I remembered. Well, how are you all feeling?
I'm trepidatious, but ready to be on with it.
Generally feel is this normal? Help me.
What's happening?
I pick up some sand and throw it at your face.
Thanks.
Yeah, no.
He made his voice all sexy, though.
Gravel.
Horrible.
You like slowed down records, do you?
What, you were looking at us. What were you looking at me like that for? Like you were all mad or disappointed or something?
These eyes do not look anywhere. I sensed you.
Okay, what did you sense?
You are rude is born. Both of you.
Devoted to each other.
Yeah.
We hold
And-
each other accountable.
Yep, and we're devoted to the cause, and I can vouch for all of these folks with my life.
Wake up, chat.
Things are set up. There is an odd scent over the exterior of this encampment from a lot of older meats and buckets of various creature blood that has been gathered.
How you doing, Chetney? Good smell?
This I'm actually used to.
Oh, okay.
Nate?
Blood.
Oh.
Get out of here.
All right, I give him a kiss on his forehead. Thanks. Can I have your help again?
Of course.
But he's our problematic beast.
You could have hurt Fern.
Don't fucking leave.
I'm not gonna leave you. This is probably my favorite thing I have.
Come on. You need it, you need it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.